To one who has faith, no explanation is necessary. To one without faith, no explanation is possible. Beware the man of a single book. There is nothing on this earth more to be prized than true friendship. We must love them both, those whose opinions we share and those whose opinions we reject, for both have labored in the search for truth, and both have helped us in finding it. Fear is such a powerful emotion for humans that when we allow it to take us over, it drives compassion right out of our hearts. The soul is like an uninhabited world that comes to life only when God lays his head against us. The things that we love tell us what we are. Better to illuminate than merely to shine, to deliver to others contemplated truths than merely to contemplate. The study of philosophy is not that we may know what men have thought, but what the truth of things is. Sorrow can be alleviated by good sleep, a bath and a glass of wine. Most men seem to live according to sense rather than reason. How is it they live in such harmony, the billions of stars, when most men can barely go a minute without declaring war in their minds? Because philosophy arises from what? A philosopher is bound in his way to be a lover of myths and poetic fables. Poets and philosophers are alike in being big with wonder. I would rather feel compassion than know the meaning of it. I would hope to act with compassion without thinking of personal gain. For those with faith, no evidence is necessary. For those without it, no evidence will suffice. Rarely affirm, seldom deny, always distinguish. Love follows knowledge. There must be a first mover existing above all, and this we call God. Friendship is the source of the greatest pleasures, and without friends even the most agreeable pursuits become tedious. Faith has to do with things that are not seen, and hope with things that are not in hand. The happy man in this life needs friends. God is never angry for his sake, only for ours. It is necessary for the perfection of human society that there should be men who devote their lives to contemplation. A song is the exaltation of the mind dwelling on eternal things, bursting forth in the voice. Man has free choice, or otherwise counsels, exhortations, commands, prohibitions, rewards and punishments would be in vain. Nothing which implies contradiction falls under the omnipotence of God. The existence of a prime mover. Nothing can move itself, there must be a first mover. The first mover is called God. The human mind may perceive truth only through thinking, as is clear from Augustine. It must be said that charity can, in no way, exist along with mortal sin. I receive thee, ransom of my soul. For love of thee have I studied and kept vigil, toiled, preached and taught. Mercy without justice is the mother of dissolution, justice without mercy is cruelty. If you are looking for the way by which you should go, take Christ, because he himself is the way. To make peace either in oneself or among others, shows a man to be a follower of God. That the saints may enjoy their beatitude and the grace of God more abundantly, they are permitted to see the punishment of the damned in hell. It is better to illuminate than merely to shine. Maius est illuminare quam lucior solum. There would not be a perfect likeness of God in the universe if all things were of one grade of being. The blessed in the kingdom of heaven will see the punishments of the damned, in order that their bliss be more delightful for them. By nature all men are equal in liberty, but not in other endowments. Thus the sun, which possesses light perfectly, can shine by itself, whereas the moon, which has the nature of light imperfectly, sheds only a borrowed light. Our manner of knowing is so weak that no philosopher could perfectly investigate the nature of even one little fly. Justice without mercy is cruelty. Mercy without justice is dissolution. The stone is one, the medicine is one, to which we add nothing, only in the preparation removing superfluities. Knowledge depends on the mode of the knower, for what is known is in the knower according to the measure of his mode. Friendship makes you feel as one with your friend. Temperance is simply a disposition of the mind which set bounds to the passions. The truth can be perceived only through thinking, as is proven by Augustine. Nothing can be known, save what is true. Honor is due to God and to persons of great excellence as a sign of attestation of excellence already existing, not that honor makes them excellent. The slenderest knowledge that may be obtained of the highest things is more desirable than the most certain knowledge obtained of lesser things. Reason in man is rather like God in the world. But a dauntless faith believes. Pipes are not to be used for teaching, nor any artificial instruments, as the harp, or the like, but whatsoever will make the hearers good men. Now in matters of action the reason directs all things in view of the end. Further, nothing, except sin, is contrary to an act of virtue. But war is contrary to peace. Therefore war is always a sin.